The other day I talked about the active injuries on the Chicago Blackhawks. Well, add two more. Connor Bedard, out on IR with a broken jaw. And Nick Foligno, out with a broken finger. Yeah, the Chicago Blackhawks are way undermanned at this point. Injuries keep racking up, and now it's getting to the point where they have almost a full lineup of players out due to injury. Here is what Ben Pope wrote. Blackhawks IR team. Hall, Bedard, Athanasiou, Beauvillier, Johnson, Raddysh, Foligno, Anderson, and Samie Savoie. That's three total lines of players injured. And then you also have Seth Jones also on the IR. That is not good to see. The Hawks are riddled with injuries. There's nothing seemingly every game now there's an injury. I've never seen it this bad in hockey history where one team just gets injured after injury. It's not good to see. The Hawks are now at that point where they can't really ice much of a good roster at all because our all-star player is now out for the foreseeable future. Our de facto captain's now out, and Nick Foligno, and nothing seems to be getting better. It seems like we're playing a game, someone's getting injured. We're playing out getting out on the ice, and then an injury occurs. I don't know how this is getting to this point where the Blackhawks are the most injured team in the NHL because I want to admit the Blackhawks have more players on the IR cap hit than they do on the active roster. Uh, Mark Lazarus tweeted this out. The Blackhawks cap hit on the injured reserve 35,408,333 on the IR. On the active roster, 32,328,333 on the active roster. That is more money in the IR than it is on the active roster. The Hawks at this point need to find some players to fill into the roster. I get it. It's mid-season. No one's trading. It's also this team is 31st in the NHL. Injuries keep piling on like it's nothing, but it's at this point they do have to fill in roster spots and cap space to actually be cap compliant. Almost. I don't think just how it is. This is the team where we're in a position where our Calder Trophy final, probably favorite to win Calder Trophy, is now going to be out for the foreseeable future. Our de facto captain is out. Athanasiou has not been back since November. Jones has been out for a while. This team keeps getting injured. Taylor Hall is out for the rest of the year. They do have to fill in spots on the forward line. Last time I talked about the injuries, they ended up claiming Jacob Migna off of waivers. And well, now it's time to actually get some forwards because we're seeing injury after injury after injury after injury. You have almost three total full lines of players injured. That is just missing one fourth line. It's not good to see. I hope some of these players start coming back soon, but at this point, this is going to lead to more losses, going to lead to more agonizing, poor performances because right now the Chicago Blackhawks are almost an AHL roster because that's what we have on ice. Daily Faceoff projects some lines right now, and I will tell you who are the active forwards through this. Ryan Donato, Lucas Reichel, Philip Kurashev. Okay, all players can play in the NHL. Reichel having a terrible season. He will have to step up his play. Cole Gutman, Jason Dickinson. Dickinson having a terrific season this year for the Blackhawks. And Colin Blackwell, who recently came back from injury. On the third line that they project, Boris Kachuk, Mackenzie Entwistle, Reese Johnson. And on the fourth line, we're missing a forward. And we have Brett Seney, and we're missing two forwards. They only have Brett Seney, and then they claim Louis Crevier as the extra forward. There is two forwards missing on this team. And Louis Crevier is slotting in at a right wing position. That's not going to happen, though. On defense, Jared Tenorti, Connor Murphy, Alex Vlasic, Jacob Megna, Kevin Korchinski, and Nikita Zaitsev. Okay, D pair we have filled, but we're also missing our top defenseman and Seth Jones, even though you can argue Alex Vlasic is our number one defenseman this year, how he's played. But this is an issue. The Hawks don't have forwards. They keep getting injured. This team falls apart. I've never seen it this bad before. So down in the comments down below, I want to hear what your thoughts are. What do the Blackhawks actually do? Because now they're without Connor Bedard. Now they're out without Nick Foligno. And the list of players that are injured keep racking up to the point where you can ice almost a full set of three forward lines versus the team on ice. You have basically three forward lines on active roster, and you have three forward lines on the IR. So I want to hear what your thoughts are because this is not good to see because the Hawks keep getting injured each and every game. So thank you for watching the broadcast. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And most of all, can injuries stop running through the Chicago Blackhawks? This is getting out of hand.